Hello, it's Blue Goose. I know I took a nap for around 1 month because I had really no idea what a video I should make. So this week I thought because of the Zelda anniversary, which is coming soon, I wanted to design new characters for the next Zelda game. Today's is part 1 of the series where I design a new Link. About my ideas, you might see from my reference, it's also, I have drawn it on good notes, yeah. I drew him a male Gerudo. I thought that would be a nice concept because the Gerudo clan only gives birth to a male member of the clan every 100 years, I think. And the only known in the Zelda timeline was Ganondorf, and he is like the great antagonist of the story. So I thought it would be interesting if I make Link, the hero of the story, a male Gerudo too, so he could have the question of if he should become someone like Ganondorf, because I think in my timeline, the Gerudo clan is suppressed by the Hylian royal family, or if he should become a hero like Link, whose name he has. Link's the ancient hero, kind of like. This is a completely new timeline, and I also wanted to add supportive characters like the sages in OOT and Tears of the Kingdom. Yeah, but I think they're coming some parts later, and I'm also going to design a new Princess Zelda. Yeah, and I wanted to give him like the typical Gerudo eyes, which are kind of a little bit. The bottom part of the eye is above. Oh god, I cannot describe it, but I just took reference of Riju because I really liked her character design. Actually, I liked her more with the short hair than her hairstyle in Breath of the Wild. And I also copied the nose from Tears of the Kingdom and Breath of the Wild, which is kind of a little bit more triangular shaped. And about the hairstyle, I actually copied this hairstyle from a Gerudo NPC. It's a little girl. I actually don't know her name, but I thought the hairstyle, this little three-parted thing, was kind of looking cute, so I used it for Link too. And now, what I'm drawing now, I kind of wanted to make them like bangs, but he has it which is very thin and a little bit random, so I made them a ponytail with, an extreme volume of hair. Yes, and then you'll see I really struggle with his hand. I think it's already my third attempt to draw it, and it really looks a little bit like chicken feet. The tiara is also inspired by Riju's, but I made it less fancy because because I gave this Link a backstory that his mother was murdered by the Hylian royal family when she was pregnant, but actually he survived it. So no one besides the Gerudos know that he's actually alive, that the Gerudo clan actually has a male member. So he's not wearing a huge tiara like Riju. I also gave him a lot of accessories with gold, because I think the Gerudos really like to wear gold. Like everyone has some like gold accessories. And something about his clothing, I actually struggled with it a lot, because I actually started to make the design last week or even the week before last week, and I just stopped because I had no idea for the clothing, and so I drew it with huge brush strokes with an airbrush. Then I made the line art, and I didn't record the part where I made the clothes, the concept of the clothes. And now I'm taking reference of Link's desert armor because I wanted to draw kind of similar shoes because I cannot draw shoes. They just don't look like feet if I draw them, more like boats. So I had to take reference. Now my reference is Ryujuk because I picked some colors and I thought it would be interesting if I make kind of a little more dark blue into his color palette, because actually I wanted to make it dark green in the beginning because I thought it was a very typical color for the Gerudos, but then I accidentally tried out dark blue and I thought it looked better than dark green, and I used dark green then for the armor. Now I'm doing my typical hair rendering where I make the highlights dark. Now I'm rendering the accessories, the gold accessories. I use the method to first create a very huge piece of shadow and makes the transition between light and shadow darker, and then added some lighter lines in the shadow. I thought it would make the armor look more metallic. And for the gems, I made the opposite side from the light side also lighter because of the reflected light, and everything else dark, because I really don't want to make the gems translucent because you don't know how much work it takes. Yeah. Then I drew the abs because I have never drawn abs in my life. I just draw anything. Don't question this. Now I made the color of his toga. The robe. Yes, it's a robe. Darker, and I took the opposite color because if I didn't take it, I wouldn't have seen the shadows. Then I softened the edges of the shadow because I did it with the lasso tool. It would make it look a little bit too hard, the shadows. Yeah, for the trousers now too, but yeah. I don't know what should I say about it. It's just my average shading. And I softened the edges again to make it look more natural and make the shadows darker. What am I doing now? Okay. I forgot to render the palm because I thought it should be in shadow too. I merged the layers and corrected the size of the left eye. Sorry, but I am kind of a person who cannot separate left and right. Now I added the shadow and enjoy the finished piece.